Powered by Riverside.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Blue Jay Banner Today. Episode 70, amazingly enough, since we started the Blue Jay Banner Today shows. So thanks for all your great support. It's been blowing up. We really appreciate it. And we really, really, really appreciate our sponsors. First of all, RTI Threads. RTI Threads has been a wonderful partner for us, and we are off to such a great start with them. You know, it's really, really, really time to start thinking about Christmas shopping, and your favorite Blue Jay fan needs some more gear this year because there's all kinds of new stuff out there. It's great. So go to rtithreads.com. They're exclusive provider of Creighton Blue Jay gear and the exclusive apparel provider of Blue Jay Banter, which you're going to see some hot Blue Jay Banter stuff here shortly. So go to rtithreads.com. Check it all out. They have great things. They have also jerseys for both men's and women's team, and we're going to talk about the women's team here in a minute. So check it all out. Thanks. And then also Infusion Brewing Company. Go to infusionbrewing.com. Check out the times of their tasting rooms. You know, you get that fall cool air now. We're looks like summer's over, so we're back to the coolness of fall/winter, and what a great time to go in their shanty, their little tasting room, which is really cool and cozy. Go in there and taste some of their great beers they have out at Infusion Brewing Company. So check it all out at infusionbrewingcompany.com. All right. Well, let's get you caught up volleyball. Congratulations. 12 in a row and 12 championships in a row, which is pretty damn hard to do. Now, what's probably kind of on the radar here is how good the Big East is. The Big East, according to Rob Anderson, the SID over Creighton, is the fifth best volleyball conference in the country. Generally speaking, you know, it was over the years, it's been us, Marquette, and maybe one other team. This year, there could be as many as 4 to 5 teams getting in the NCAA tournament. So the fifth best conference in the country, and you go through and sweep, lose 4 sets the entire season. That's amazing. Amazing job by Brian Rosen and his staff and the team. And now comes the Big East tournament as we get set for the NCAA tournament. So the Big East tournament begins Thursday. And the Jays are going to take on, unfortunately, the way things work out, the Jays are going to take on Marquette in the first round. And Marquette is hosting. So that's a little, you know, I don't know. I mean, we crushed them there earlier this year, but it still is a little bit of a tough draw for us, frankly, having to go and play Marquette. I'm sorry, did I say Thursday? No, it's Saturday. Jays play on Saturday, not Thursday. I don't know. It's Monday. Jays play on Saturday at noon. That game's on ESPN Plus. If you're not going to go, so it's Marquette's hosting the Al McGuire Center, I think, and Marquette's hosting, and then the other side will be Xavier and Villanova. Xavier, very good squad as well. And then the winner of that, obviously the Creighton Marquette game, takes on the winner of the other game on Sunday at 2:00. And that is a game on ESPN2. So check it all out. I'm certainly going to watch the first game, second game. I think I'll be tied up with some things in Vegas. So anyway, noon Saturday. That's the big one. Let's get through that first one first. Beat the home team and move on into the finals. What a terrific job. They're moving up in the RPIs. You know, they've got an excellent chance to host the first round. And really, when you look at it, they've got an outside shot to host the second go-round if there's some upsets on their side of the bracket, however that rolls out. So check it out. That's the Jays' quest for another championship and quest to move on and improve their overall seeding and get into obviously they'll be in the NCAA tournament, but improve their seeding for the NCAA tournament and so forth. So really excited for the volleyball postseason this year because I think they prepared themselves so well, and the conference was tougher this year, and those early season matches let them know what they need to do. I mean, they played some of the top teams in the country: Louisville, Texas, Nebraska. So I'm really excited for Brian and his team as they head into the postseason this weekend. The Creighton women went over to Lincoln, took on Nebraska. Not a total shock to the way the outcome was, win-loss, but how one-sided it was. Nebraska went on a 21-2 run there, overlapping the half, and that kind of set the tone. So Jays now at 1-2. They take on Thursday. They're at home. Take on Northern Iowa at 6 p.m. over at Sokol, so check that out as well. This is a little bit like the men's team this year. It's kind of like a work in progress because different than the men's team a little bit, but they're so young. They have a tremendous recruiting class that came in, but they're so young. It's going to take some time for them to gel. So we got to be patient, and Flan, he'll have them ready. So, and then after that Thursday match, just like the men, they head to Vegas. I think that's kind of gone under the radar that the women are also in Vegas at the same time. So if you're planning to go, hey, what a great week of hoops. You can go to the games Monday, Tuesday. Then we're not sure when the men play, but hopefully it's an alternate time from when the women play. I think it probably will be because I think the championships are Wednesday afternoon, the third place in championships. So unless the Jays men's team would get into the championships, they would play an alternate time. And the women play at, I believe, noon on Wednesday. So a chance for you to go out. There's a pretty good chance the men could play at night on Wednesday. So you could go to the noon game over at the Thomas Mack Center on the UNLV campus and then head back over to either McUltra Arena or the MGM Garden Arena and watch the Jays at night. So that would be the perfect scenario, but you know how these things work. They usually end up playing at the same time. So if they do, I'll be covering both of them if at all humanly possible. So anyway, the Jays go to Vegas to take on UNLV and then also take on Arizona on Friday. So if you're staying the whole week, boom, there you go. So exciting news there for the women's team as they, these tournaments are always fun when you get to go somewhere and play and enjoy some time with your family and so forth. So, all right. Before we talk about the men briefly, I want to mention we still got it going on today. If you've watched our post-game shows, you know that we give away special prizes and Creighton memorabilia and so forth on our show. And so we give a prize away for the live show for the chats, people that chat in for our home games. For the road games, it'll be people that jump on this podcast just like I am right now. You would jump on. We will have the email set at the bottom. It'll be bluejaybanner@gmail.com. And just like this. And we will have that up during the show. And you would just send us an email there saying, hey, I'd like to be on the show. We will put you on. We'll send you a link. You jump on. Then you're entered in to the live contest, which is usually the bigger prize. And then if you are unable to do that for any reason on our post-game shows, then we leave the shows up until the next game, and then we give a prize away again. Now, we'll get into the Thanksgiving thing here in a minute. I mean, those games are going to be back to back to back, so it's going to be difficult. You're not going to have a lot of time to re-watch those and get entered in. So we may just have one drawing for those because it's going to be really tough to go back to back. But at any rate, generally speaking, once we get out of that mode, we'll have a post game, whether it be a home or road one. We'll have a prize for the live viewers, and then we'll also have a prize for the viewers that look at the show later that night or the next morning or the next afternoon, whatever the case is, you still have a chance to win. So we're in that mode right now for the post game from the Maryland Eastern Shore game that was on Friday. Many of you haven't watched it comparatively. If we compare the other games that we've had so far, the viewership's down a little bit. So a lot of people didn't catch it over the weekend. So when I post the link to this, I'm going to also post the link to the post game. So it gives you a chance to go on there, click on the show, watch it, then make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and also follow us on Twitter, and you are automatically entered. We've got a bunch of people entered so far. You can join the crew too. We'll do a random drawing and pick a winner, and you're going to win an autographed Creighton logo basketball autographed by Isaac Trout, who is our guest on the show. Great info from him. So check all that out. And Mitch Ballack was also our guest on Friday. So you'll want to listen to both Mitch and Isaac and listen about how the team improved a little bit over at the Maryland Eastern Shore game and what they still have to work on and so forth. So there you go. Okay. So the men take on North Dakota. I believe North Dakota had a tight match with Cal Riverside the other night. Obviously should be a game that Jays should be able to handle. To set us up on Wednesday, right here on Blue Jay Banner Today, we'll have our normal preview show, which has been very well viewed this year, so we appreciate that. But we give you a lot of info on North Dakota. We'll give you a lot of info on the matchups and so on and so forth. What to look for as you go to the game on Wednesday. Again, if some people didn't hear, both Liam and Hudson were sick. I know Hudson had food poisoning. I don't know if Liam had the same thing, but that's why they weren't on the bench on Friday. Some people were, very worried, like where are these guys, and they were just they had food poisoning, so they weren't on the bench Friday. So hopefully they'll be back later today. I'll be going to practice, so give you a practice report, and then we'll do that tomorrow. We'll cover that tomorrow. So good so far. Just got to look for improvement here in this North Dakota game. We took a little step on Friday. Now let's take another step Wednesday on improvement. I thought the second half of the ball movement was so much better. And I thought we kind of did the things. We kind of looked like we were more in sync with one another. And so we want to have that same improvement on Wednesday night. And then, boom, we head right into it, man. We take on Baylor on Monday and Iowa State Tuesday. Now, it's an Iowa State team, that we handled. Now, they were shorthanded, obviously, and it's an exhibition game. You play different players. So I'm sure that it will be a different type of game next Tuesday, a week from Tuesday. So a week from today, we hit the court against Baylor. It is a 1:00 tip Central. It's 11 a.m. Vegas time. That's early to get down and be ready to go for a game in Vegas, 11 o'clock. Just no doubt about it, right? But everybody that's going, tons of people are going that I've talked to are going on Monday and Tuesday. Maybe some sticking around Wednesday, some leaving Wednesday. So should be a nice contingent of Jays fans. I think you can still get a decent flight. And now that the flights are up and running again, you can get a decent flight and plenty of places to stay in Vegas. They're begging for people to come to Vegas at this time of year. So at any rate, hopefully Jays, let's see how they do in this tournament. The tournament so far the last trips to Vegas haven't been good to us. I think we scraped out one win against Notre Dame here in the last couple of trips. So let's see if we can flip that around and get a couple of wins, if not 3 wins, which would be fantastic in the Vegas tournament. Don't have any other news. We had the groundbreaking last week for the Performance Center part of the projects going on the sports side of the campus. So, and again, we want to give a shout out to Fager Construction, who's helped us out a lot for our post-game show. We really appreciate them. They're the ones that are doing all the groundwork and getting everything set up for the construction to start. So they're a busy construction company, and they're very, very busy doing that. So we appreciate that and appreciate the support of Blue Jay Banner. Also, as I mentioned earlier, RTI Threads, this cap. I've had some comments like, "Hey, where'd you get that cap?" Go to RTA Threads; they've got them. So go to rtathreads.com, and we also want to thank our other sponsor, Infusion Brewing Company. Okay, so that's the show today. Brief show tomorrow. We'll get Mike Rochon on here or AJ, and we'll discuss other topics. And Wednesday, as I said, we'll have the preview. Thursday, Friday shows to be determined, and we'll look for get another guest on here this week. And want to thank again our sponsors. Thank you for viewing, and remember the contest. Go to Twitter right now, and I'm gonna make sure you're on Twitter because we should have a link, not only this show but also the link to our post game, so you can enter that contest. So thank you so much for watching. Let's go, Jays.